important to it. Mr. Maxim, we are told by our colleagues, do not have the political authority or the power to terminate such a trading partnership. The decision to terminate such a partnership will have to be approved by the Board of the Mayors and the General Council of the City of Austin. So having said that, I want to formally welcome you to this press conference, and I have the honor and pleasure to invite the Honorable Lord Mayor of Banjul City Council to lead this discussion, to lead this press conference. Thank you.
Thank you, CEO, Honorable Councillor, here present, Senior Councillor, Mr. TJ Joe, who is also the project coordinator. As the CEO has alluded, we are here to counter, to give a briefing or counter statement also that was done by Maxim Dock, an elderman. They call them elderman. That means almost the position of deputy mayor, who came out in the media at Austin to say that Banjul City Council accused us of misusing EU funds. But before anything, I first and foremost want to thank our partners, Austin, to tell them that we appreciate the partnership and value the sister city, indeed, which existed already for more than 20 years. It is with heavy heart that we have to sit here today to give our view or our side of the story that the elderman has said yesterday to the public. To be quite honest, this is the month of March, is the Women's Month. We are also in Ramadan, and also considering that they are our partners for 20 years, it's really, as I said, difficult for me, but we have no choice. I cannot sit as the head of the institution just to allow somebody to come out and stain the institution the way he deemed necessary. First and foremost, let me say that the sister city is a win-win situation. We can only offer what we have. As small as it is, this is what we have. We cannot give more than what we have. But it is not only that Banjul City Council is the only, or Banjul is the only beneficiary of this partnership. Austin City is also benefiting a lot. As I am talking to you, today we have over we have 13 students, yeah. Nurses.
Yeah, and 2 nurses.
We have 13 students 15. And 2 nurses who are already here for a research. So, and almost every month we have their nurses coming here, we have their students coming here, they partner with our schools, but for a long time, nobody has seen Banjul City Council send students to Austin, and it is partnership. What they're doing here is exactly what they expect us also to do in Austin. But for a very long time we were quiet, because it is not that we cannot also protest and say it should be like this, but we value our friendship with them. So just for those who think that Austin is not benefiting anything, indeed they are benefiting. So as I said, we can only give what we have. So again, I think I also want to thank the European Union for their professionalism and their support towards Banjul. We cannot thank them enough. I've been working with the EU office here, and they are very, very professional. And I used to tell this to my CEO every time, that we cannot thank them enough. And this is the truth. So the European project, the fund coming the funds that are coming to Banjul, it's not only the money of Austin, it's the money from Austin, from Banjul City Council, and indeed from the European countries. So many might ask, how is Banjul City Council contributing? Indeed, we are contributing. I can even say that to the largest scale, because we own the land. If you go to Crab Island today, there are 23 classrooms there, all well equipped. We have Crab Island solarized to the fullest. We have a recording studio there. We have a hall with a capacity of about 1,000 seated capacity. We have the recording studio there. We have the laundry there. We have a restaurant there. We have urban farming there. We have a lot of things like the charcoal, etc. and so forth. So this is a hub where many things are going only for the youth skills, which we value, and we know that without skills, you cannot have a developed country. So putting that into consideration, we appreciate, and this is why I keep saying we appreciate the friendship and we appreciate the efforts of the European Union as well. So the contribution of Banjul, we own the land. If you go to the beaches, we have about 6,000 coconuts. The beach belongs to us. If you look at the inner city, the greening of the inner city, so it is not only Banjul City Council that is benefiting. You have seen the mayor coming here. And when in Austin, you will see the pictures of Banjul and the mayor and everything. So indeed, this is also part of politics. So I want to just for people to know that it is not only Banjul that is benefiting from the sister city. Indeed, they are also benefiting a lot. And let me just talk about the history of the project. The project started way 2019, and it goes like this. When I was elected in office at the first time, I met a sister, a mayor from Cameroon, who told me about the way she did to have the funding from the European Union. And she encouraged me by telling me that the European Union valued the leadership of women. So I encourage you to go and apply for this funding. So I went then, the former ambassador who was here, I spoke to him. I went there, I remember Stefan, the technician who was there, and they did and didn't know. The ambassador told me that we don't know about this funding. So I went back to my fellow colleague and spoke to her. She gave me all the information. I went back to the ambassador. They did and found the funding. So, but then there was a problem. And the problem was, if you want to have the funding from the European Union, you have to have a partner city. And this is how Austin came in. So we spoke to them, and they agreed that they can come and partner with us. But again, when we started the partnership, when we have the funding, we went all the way. We have Mr. Mamlai Jase from in England, who came all the way from England to Gambia. He helped us a lot. He did most of the technical specs together with Peter, and there we have the funding. So then, when the funding came, it was announced, and we have to kickstart something. So then, we have to have a structure. We have to have staff who will manage this funding. So they came, Peter came all the way, and I want you to listen to me very carefully here. Peter came all the way from Austin with a lady, I cannot remember the name again, only to advertise and employ people. Banjul City Council was not part of it. And I have all the evidences here with me. I've shown it to some of the journalists here. So they advertise and they employ. And you will be surprised for those who are saying that it's the mayor who employed these people. I wasn't even here. I was in Israel. I can fully remember. And I have my passport to back that. So they employed these staffs to take care of the EU project. And it was only 2 people that I know from this, among these people. It was Mamlai Jaffe, who qualified and had the highest points. I have the file here. He scored the highest point. Indeed, it wasn't a surprise because he knows the in and out of the project. So, and then Uncle Mbuguma Jen, who is an environmentalist. They couldn't have anybody better than Mbuguma when they talk about coconuts and greening of the city, and everybody in Banjul will attest to that they cannot have a candidate better than Mbuguma Jen. So anybody else apart from these 2, I've never seen them. I've never heard of their names. I've never seen them before. We have people like Aret. We have people like the manager. What is his name? Dano. We have the list goes on. Njaga and all these people. I've never ever heard of these names. I've never seen them before. So, and I started having contact with these people 3 months after they have started working here in the council. So it is not us that was controlling the narratives. This is something that I never wanted to say because it's somehow embarrassing. I've put my foot down. I try to be as humble as possible. I try to accept everything just for the interest of Banjul. For me, everything was as, okay, take everything. Nako Banjul Amrak, let Banjul take it. Let Banjul have it. So take anything. It doesn't matter how bitter it is. And I was quiet for a very long time. I've never said anything. But someone like the councillor, Maxim, Councillor Maxim Doc, in his mind, thought that Banjul does not deserve this. He thought Banjul does not deserve it. What we deserve is to have all computers, all use clothes, all ambulances. This is what we deserve. So when I came as a mayor, and I was a councillor in Sweden, so I understand how things work. I said, no, this is not what we want. We want to go and have higher projects. This is what Banjul deserves. So we are not the one in charge. If you look at how we use the money from the EU, the money, people will say, okay, 3 million euro. It's not that 3 million euro, they put it in the bag and bring it to us. No. And we are not the one to sign. I've never signed a check from the EU. So they have all the authority. If we want to buy a mobile, Teacher Joe, you are here as a coordinator. Let me, if I'm wrong, please tell me. Don't just allow me to be talking, you know. You will be held responsible for that as well. If we have to buy a mobile, they have to put the request, send it to them, and then they will say yes to join us. If it is no, then it is a no. So where can we misuse anything? The project said even my councillors were supposed to go on a trip for how to call it again, for training to Dakar. It never happened. It has never happened. But Jonas came to the Gambia 23 times with the money from the project. 23 times. The mayor came here 2 or 3 times. The mayor came here 2 times. You know how expensive that is? You know how much we spend only for Jonas to be coming? And it's not only Jonas coming. We have, how many people do we have coming in and out? I've never ever been to Belgium once during this project. But for me, it was not about going to Belgium. It is about impacting the life of Banjulians. It is about impacting the life of the youths of Banjul. So for me, that was why I was quiet, not because I'm a coward, not because I was afraid to speak up. I was just trying to protect the partnership, to protect the friendship, the collaboration. So, but again, I am so disappointed. It's so disrespectful because you only think that we there in Banjul does not deserve to have such money from the EU. You came with all this allegation on us, and this is not the first time. You remember there was once upon a time, somebody also came out to say, okay, we have misused the EU funding, and what happened? Thank God, the mayor himself was right there speaking to journalists and said, it's not true. And today again, I am so happy and grateful to have Austin City. They came also out, all of them, they came out to tell the deputy mayor, hello, this what you saying is not true. And I want to thank the Austin City for that. And that alone, they think that alone, it should be enough for me not to call the press conference. But I said no, I need to. I think it is high time now also for the people of Banjul, the Gambians by extension, to understand how all this happened and what is the role of the Banjul City Council. I'll give a classical example just to tell you we don't drive this deal. We agreed that we are going to have a song for the project, and it was very sad. I'm just saying this to tell for people to understand how vulnerable we were, how I put my feet down, how I managed to come all the way just to make sure that let them have whatever they want, but let it impact the people of Banjul. In this song, it was like, and then they said, Rohi Maliglo with the EU project, they called their mayor also. You know what they did? Teacher is here. They called on a meeting and said, no, take the mayor of Banjul out from the song. My own people, the Banjulians, the musicians in Banjul, were the one who composed the music. And first and foremost, when they said they were taking Banjulians, when they were taking musicians out of Banjul, I said no. That one, I stand and said no. And he supported me and said no. All of them should be from Banjul. And thank God, we have all of them from Banjul. But then they said, okay, now you bring us your musician, you will see what will happen. So what happened is they said, take the mayor's name out. And what did I say? I said, Teacher Job, you know what? Take my name out. This is not, 100 musicians, well. So this one, let me accept it. And then they took my name out of that song. But does it affect me? No. So we went through this. During the flooding, again, another example. During the flooding, the Tobacco Road, everybody has seen what has happened. I was worried, I was frustrated. And here we have not seen anybody come to our aid. The crocodiles were coming out, it was very serious. Everybody has seen what my councillors and I did during that time. We were worried. I don't have nowhere to go. I have nowhere to turn to. I sat down in my quiet moments and think. And I have to think very quick because this has to do with the life of my people. I called and ran to UNDP and said, then it was Isata. Everybody knows how that lady loves the Gambia. And I said, Isata, please, what can we do? Help me, blah, blah, blah. And they said, you have the EU project. When there is disaster, you can turn to them. Turn some elements, you call it, or turn some components for disaster. Immediately, we went to the computer, do everything, try. I called the project team. They were so active. Everybody was going up and down. They said, no, our money is not for the flood. I said, this one is going to happen. This one, we cannot have a project going on in Banjul, and my people are dying, and you are telling me no. I said, ma'am, lied. You know what? This one, Teacher Joe, this one has to happen. It doesn't matter what, it has to happen. This has to do with the lives of children and women. And they took out a minimum money, and the list, I think what they spent was even less than 1.2 or 1.3 million dollars. Wallahi billahi. Multiply that with 3,000 people at Tobacco Road. And they were shouting until again a newspaper in Belgium came out and said, bravo to our project that they helped lives. And I saw the newspaper that came out and said, oh, we are so grateful that our city council has helped the lives of Banjul. And I said, okay, you don't know how it happens. Thank you, but it's okay. At least there is somebody down there who thinks twice. So these are things that we are going through. And every time we were quiet. But this time, when he have the guts, and again, I want to say this, I am so grateful to the council. They came out on time to say we are not part of this. This is not true. We are audited from Ernst & Young. The audit report is here. I've been seen anywhere in the audit report where it says we have stolen money. Now we are in the process of closing the budget, the project. We're in the reporting period, where we will close the project and then see what the auditors have said. And he has no mandate or no authority, because you are just a deputy mayor, or you are a mayor, or you are a councillor. That did not give you the authority to speak for a whole council. But this is what he did, and it is very unfortunate. Since yesterday, they have called me. They try to convince me not to come out to say anything, because on their side, for them it is already solved. But for us, because when he was speaking, he spoke to the people of Belgium. So it is important for me also to come out and speak to my people. So on that note, allow me to speak in Wolof, because this is where my strength is, and this is also important because I am talking to the people of Banjul. So I've just spoken to in English, just to have for them also to understand our view, our point of view. EU money, we did retreat, he said. He said we did retreat, we were paying staffs there. He said even the mayor bought curtains for her office. I laughed. It is true, the office of the mayor, curtains were bought for the office of the mayor when their mayor was coming here. But we deserve more than that. The office of the mayor deserves to be fully furnished by the EU funds. Deserve to be furnished by the EU funds. The retreat was more than important. And it was not from us. They asked, as I said, we cannot pay anything, we cannot do anything without them. They asked for the retreat because they want to have the whole EU project team to be in one place. And I think they were in a hotel, which hotel? I think Apas. I don't even know where they were. But they went, I mind my business. In the project, I mind my business. I only stand up when I see it has to do with my people, and it has to happen, no matter what. Because they cannot be coming 23 times traveling. One person. They employ him to come here and be the project manager. So he's the project manager. He's the Omega and the Alpha. He travels every 6 weeks. He's coming to Gambia. And not only him, we have others coming too. We have the mayor travel here 2 times. all in the expense of the project. We spent over 300 or 400,000 only on travels. Only on travels. And I can tell you, 300 and something thousand is them. My councillors went there once for a week or so. All other travels for the council was scrapped. So they were only the ones coming. And I was quiet. Because for me, okay, come as much as possible. But please, make sure only Banjul have what we want. So this is this was the situation. And for people who think, okay, why were you quiet? Be in my position and see. They have the last signature. And it was even wrong. This is a partnership. It's not for them to hijack everything at their site. No, it was not for them to hijack everything. But we accept everything just for us to show them how we value the cooperation and the partnership. So with all that, that's not enough. This is why I sat in my quiet moment and said, okay, they think we don't deserve it. Or he think, let me say he, Maxim, Doc think we don't deserve it. We have to go back to our old computers, our old bicycles, our old ambulances, which we appreciate at that time. But remember, the world is moving. We cannot be there receiving only old computers and old bicycles and old fogagais. No, I have also seen how my colleagues are benefiting from the other projects. So, and we are proud. I am so proud to say that when we brought the EU project here, it was then that KMC followed suit. And I'm expecting that Ilkama, Basse, North Bank and other councils will have it as well. So how about if Banjul didn't make the effort to bring the EU project here? You think the other council will have it? Because the priority of the European Union for that particular project was to empower women leadership. But there we have it. And then KMC also follow suit. So I cannot just sit down and allow my institution the image of my institution to be tarnished. No. When we have not seen anything or we have not done anything wrong, and I put an underline on this, that we have not done anything wrong. Enough is enough. I am working with credible institutions like the Bloomberg, credible institution like the ADB Bank, credible institution like the World Bank, credible institution like the United States of Local Government World, credible institution like Rafaela. I will not just fold my hands and say, okay, now let me just leave them to be talking. They have passed the red line. I cannot sit here with all what Bloomberg is doing for us, and then my name is there, being tarnished, involved in a corruption, and I sat down quietly because somebody thought Banjul doesn't deserve anything. No. And from now on, I promise you, I'll be going out. It's not every Dick and Harry that I'm coming out to say, okay, I'll call a press conference. No. That's not me. That is not me at all. And I'm sure most of you will attest to it. I had it all. I've seen it all. But I am always, most of the time, quiet. One, because I'm a woman. I'm not saying this to have any sympathy from anybody. As I said, every time we need solidarity, not sympathy. Number two, being the first female mayor running the affairs of the capital city is not something easy. Number three, I'm a mother. Number four, I'm a sister. Number five, I'm a role model. So you cannot be fighting every small thing. And I did it. From the beginning, you will all attest. I fought and fought and fought and fought. I lose some fights, I won some, I lose some, I won some. But then along the way, you grow up and you understand what's your fight and what did not. Now I choose my own fights and I choose the bigger ones. Those small chapa, you can go and do it with whoever you want, but not with me, to be quite honest. And I need stress-free, because women, we need to be happy, so that our children will also be very, very happy. So this is the situation, CEO. I think I did not forget anything. And also about the payment of staff for the EU, I was never involved. Honestly, I did not know it. And trust me, and I want journalists to do their research. Call them. I can give you numbers in EU, in Austin. Call them, ask them, hold me responsible. That, okay, Mayor, you said this, but this is what they said. It's not true. I have the records say. Nobody thought I have the file here in my office. I am a fool, not a big fool. I am a fool, I know that, but not a big one. When I heard from the beginning, some people were saying, maybe it's the mayor who brought all this stuff. I said, okay, so where is the file? Now, this file, you will never see it again until the time comes. So I have the file here. All of you who are interested, you can come and look at the file and see the signatures, the date, compare it with my passport. I know I have 200 fights surrounding me, and I am alone. So I try my level best. I'm human. I'm not saying I don't do mistakes. No. I am human. To be quite honest, I did a lot of mistakes, but I try as much as possible to make sure that I at least protect my integrity. I'm not the holy one. Believe me, I am not at all. So on that note, let me just switch to the